Hello, Flosstube. My name is Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and this is my Flosstube update number, let me check my notes, 172. Today is Saturday, July 23rd. It's kind of late in the evening. My sisters and I were over at my younger sister Naomi's house filming our Sticks and Strings video, our latest Sticks and Strings video, which will be up tomorrow, Sunday, the 24th. And so we were over there doing that, and so I'm making my video update a little later than usual. It's evening here. It's like 7 o'clock, almost 7 in the evening. Anyway, this is a channel about cross stitch, in case you're wondering. And so I'm gonna just get into it. This week is been kind of fun and interesting. We've had a lot of rain all this week. Fortunately, yesterday Thursday, I had a doctor's appointment in the morning, and fortunately it was very clear, and because it had been raining a few days before that. It'd been raining a lot, and then Thursday I had this doctor's appointment, and so that went fine, but it kind of took a long time. It was my annual MRI. For those of you who might not know, I had a brain tumor, a benign, non-cancerous brain tumor called an acoustic neuroma, and I'd had it treated with radiation in 2013 when I was first diagnosed. But then by like in 2015, 16, when I moved out here, I was in the process of developing hydrocephalus, and I didn't realize it. And so in 2016, I ended up having brain surgery and had the tumor removed. And but they had to leave a little sliver of it in there because it was right on my facial nerve. So I have annual MRI follow-ups to check for growth and that sort of thing. So I have a little bit of a bruise because I had contrast. But anyway, so they have to, because I also have a shunt because of the hydrocephalus. I have a shunt in my head here, and it's adjusted with a magnet. They put a little magnetic ring on my head, and they can adjust it. But because of that, the MRI can sometimes theoretically could affect the setting. So they have to take an X-ray to see what the setting is, and then they do the MRI with or without contrast, which takes a while. And then they do another X-ray to check the setting again to see if it's okay. So anyway, the whole process takes quite a while. And fortunately, the weather was very nice. And then that afternoon or evening, it started raining, and has rained off and on ever since then. Today it's been very nice. It's been clearer and everything, but. One thing that happened to my sister was that they have a Palo Verde tree in their front yard, and one of the limbs, a big limb, cracked off and fell on my brother-in-law's car. Fortunately, it didn't damage it a whole lot. It had a little, dent in the roof. But if it had been on the other side of the driveway, more of the branch would have hit his car, and he could have had more damage that way. But fortunately, I guess my sister said that one of their neighbors, rang their doorbell about 6:30 in the morning, and said, "You have a tree down in your driveway," and her neighbors helped, cut off the branch and remove it and everything. So it's there in her front yard, but it's off of the driveway, out of the driveway. Anyway, so yeah, it's been raining a lot. So I said this was a channel about cross stitch, and I proceeded not to talk about it. So I've been doing cross stitch camp, And I finished my July project. I showed you all that. It was... no, I can't think of it. Mini Spring, was that my July project? I finished it right away. Hold on 1 second. Oh, yeah. My Blackrock Angels was my June project. So Mini Spring was my July project. And I finished it right away, kind of. So I've had several weeks to sort of at loose ends. So I've been trying to stitch on some other things that I had going on. So I finished Easter preparation. I talked about that last week. And I stitched a little bit on Luminous Fiber Arts Spring Scamper, which I started in May in preparation, and I talked about it last week that I had done part of this bunny and part of the carrot mobile. And so I worked on it a little bit at the beginning of the week, on this carrot, and I started doing it lengthwise, just because of where I started. I started, close to the bunny because I could count it more easily. And then, and if I'd really thought about it, I would have started here and gone up and down, because then I decided to go vertically over here. So you can kind of see the difference in the variegation. This is Weeks Dye Works Carrot is the color that I'm using here. This was a DMC color, but this is a Weeks Dye Works color, and you can see the change in the variegation from where I was doing it horizontally and where I started changed to doing it vertically. But I think I want to do it vertically. And if you look at the picture here, it's done vertically. You can see the little variegation here, and it kind of makes more sense. I think if you look at a carrot that's been in the ground, it grows this way. It grows like a root, and so you can yeah. So I changed it, and like I said, you can see the difference in variegation, but I didn't really care. So I think as you go along, where it's really going to make a difference is here. And as you go along, I think you won't be able to see this as, it won't be as obvious. But I got a little tired of, the carrot. So, so I moved on. And I think I started this actually on Monday. Stitching with the Housewives, they're doing Jolly July. And they're doing, various different, Christmas things, Christmas-related stitching. And so this isn't exactly Christmas, but it is winter related. And so, yeah, I had this Stoneware Snowman. I had talked about this, I think I mentioned it last week. But I've had this Priscilla's Pocket. I bought this at the Attic. Not too long ago. I have the Stoneware Kitten and Stoneware Cat by Priscilla's Pocket, and they're very cute. And I think there's a bunny and a few other things, but anyway, I saw this just recently and snatched it up. I don't know. I think I heard that the designer of these had passed away or something like that. I don't know, but they're still around. Anyway, so yeah, so I saw this, and it comes as it's a little kit. It comes with the chart, the linen, the floss, and the trim. And and it's the color is black raspberry jam. I think it's a Gentle Arts color, but and it comes with that trim. And I'm assuming that's Lady Dot Creates. I don't. They're not credited on the little chart, but so I had started it on Monday and finished it on Tuesday. Oh yeah, it's one thread over two, and I think this is 36 count. This linen, I haven't measured it to see, but I think that's what it is. It's either 32 or 36. It's very small, and it uses one thread. And I would have finished it a little sooner than I did, except that I had to redo this one side, this side, this side, and the the long stitches on the snow here. I redid it 3 times. I think I stitched it 3 times because I I I was doing all this and I got over here and it didn't line up properly right here. It was like, off one or something, and I said, okay, well, I think I made the mistake here in all these long stitches because I had to, really count, a lot. And I thought, if I made a mistake, it's here because I counted all this and I thought this was correct. So the mistake had to be in here somewhere. So I pulled all this out, and redid all this and stitched it all the way up here, and it was wrong. It was still wrong. So I pulled it all out and I just, looked at this again and recounted it, and it was right here. This was 1 stitch short. So I put that stitch back in, redid it, and it came out right. So yeah, and then I had this little arm and this snowflake left to go, and I finished it. So yay! And the ones I had before, the Stoneware cat and Stoneware kitten, I made into little pillows, and I'll probably finish this one the same way because it has that little trim, and I still have the it's a blue, just blue like cotton fabric or whatever that I used on the back of the other two, so I think I'll do this one the same way. So that's cute. So I've finished. It's under one finish. And then I had another finish. Because after I did that, I thought, well, I'm still doing Jolly July. And I've had this 2019 Santa by Prairie Schooler. I've had it for a long time. Since 2019. I think. I don't know if I got it in 2000. Yeah, I got it in 2019, probably when it came out. And I started working on it right away because I think I did maybe the one before 2000, either the 2017 or 2018 I did before, and I got this one and I started on it. The one with the polar bear is the one I did. But so I like this one with the little sheep and the baby sheep. And so I had started working on it, and so I pulled it out and I finished it. I finished it just today. I didn't have a whole lot left to do. I had these little swirls, and I had done the 2 front legs of the sheep, and Santa was basically finished except for the little rosy pinky cheeks and the black, I mean, not black, it's dark brown on the baby sheep's face and his Santa's mittens and the big sheep and the back legs, and then this the crook and the holly berries and all that stuff I had not done, and the back stitching, of course. But so yeah, so I finished that all just today, just this afternoon. That's my second finish. Yeah. So that's all done. I want to do, I have the 2020 Santa the one with the bunnies with their ears blowing back of the wind. I have that one. I want to do still. I haven't started it yet, so I don't know that I'll start it this year. But you know, I might at Christmas time. And so that's all the stitching that I've done so far. But on Tuesday, I also prepared. Let me get this out of the way here. On Tuesday, I prepared just because I was kind of bored, and so I last time I talked about that I had bought this Dimensions kit, and it's really cute called Winter Gathering. I actually have a Twin Peak Primitives chart that has the same name, Winter Gathering, because I was looking at my I have Threadbox on my tablet, and you know it has a place where you can put. I have the paid version of it, so it so it has a few extra bells and whistles that the free version doesn't have. But it still is not compatible with my phone. My phone is an Android phone, but it's an LG, not a Samsung. And when I looking at the Google Play Store or whatever, I could find it for my tablet, which is also an Android, but it's Samsung. But I couldn't find it for my phone. It told me it was not compatible or whatever, and so I don't know. I haven't checked more recently to see if it's available, but it wasn't when I checked. And LG, it's my understanding that LG is gonna sort of get out of the phone business, so I don't know if they're bothering to make it workable on there or whatever. But anyway, so I was putting this project in the thread stash thing, and there's already a chart in there called Winter Gathering. So yeah, it's a relatively common name, I guess. But anyway, so it has like a little description line, so I put birds on there as opposed to the other one, which is something else. I don't know, deer or something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, so I spent some time preparing this thing just because, like I said, I was kind of a little bored. So anyway, I did the fabric, and I might have to take it out of here and like wash it, I guess, because it's very stiff, as a lot of Kit Ada is. But I like this color. It's a nice blue color. So I found the center of it, and that's what this thread is. I just marked the center. And this is my Stitch Shenanigans needle minder. Anyway, so I worked on this, and like I said, I might have to take this fabric out and just wash it to wash some of the sizing out so it won't be so stiff. And then I made thread drops for all the kit threads in there, and just and I put them all in my thread box thing. And with this, because they're these dimension numbers, and I don't know, they don't correspond to any of the thread brands that are in Thread Stash. And, if you list them under other or whatever, so I just put and it like asks for a brand name, so I just put Dimensions, and then the number that is in the kit, and then the color that's in the kit. So yeah. Just spent some time doing that, and just prepping that pattern. I don't know when I'm gonna stitch it. I don't have any specific plans, but I kind of want to do it right away, just because I also have some Alforst kits, and I want to look at those to see. I have two smaller ones and one large one, and so the large one will probably well, set aside. I don't know when I'll start that, but I don't want to have a whole lot of, works in progress going on Um, and yet I want to start everything, so, um, so I want to start the owl force kits, the smaller ones at least, or at least take a look and see what all is involved, um, with them, and to get them, what it would take to get them going. But anyway, yeah, because today I was like looking at, for something, and I saw my owl force kits. I thought, oh yeah, I have those. But in the meantime, I want to work on. Let me do this so I don't show the chart because it doesn't have a picture. I don't think. Pumpkin pile by this is a Stitching with the Housewives chart, and I think this came free with the purchase of one of the other charts. It might have been with Ghoul Garden, or Ghoul Garden might be a freebie with something. I don't remember. But anyway, so this I think is a or maybe just a little freebie that they designed that was extra. I don't know. But anyway, so I worked on it briefly. I had worked on it at one point for for some other reason, and for Mania this year, I did a Whip Mania, and I did 21 projects for 21 days, and I only did one day on each project. So I think I finished this white area, yeah, on this pumpkin, and then I did the beginning of this one vine, and I have my koala needle minder. There was a fundraiser for the koalas for the Australia fire. Um, there's a little fundraiser, and this koala was part of it, as well as I have actually a koala chart that came with this and the needle minder and all that for when they were raising money for the wildfires. But so I still have the koala chart that goes with this, but it came with this koala needle minder. Anyway, so I'm starting to talk about this. So I've done just this one part of the vine, and it really is not a big chart. Obviously, it's only, what is it, 40 by 54. So it's comparable in size to like that Santa chart or whatever. So it's very small, and there's a pumpkin here, and then a cat, Calvin the cat, up on top here. So it really and then a few vines and leaves and things like that. So I don't think it'll take much to finish it. And this fabric is, I want to say, 32 count linen. And I had dyed it for the Sleepy Hollow, the Tiny Modernist Sleepy Hollow Halloween sal a couple of years ago. Not 2020, but maybe probably 2019. I was trying to dye some fabric for it, but this came out too dark. There's a lot of black in that chart, and I think I was thinking the black wouldn't show up well on here. There was too much black and very dark, purples and stuff. So I set that fabric aside and re-dyed another piece of fabric, and it's a 28 count Monaco and or Lugana, whatever. But it came out. It's a little grayer, and it works beautifully with that chart. But so I had this darker fabric, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it. So some time ago, I said, oh well, it'll work perfectly for this. So I think it'll work very nicely for this pumpkin pile chart. So that's what that's for. And then the other thing I did was I also prepped for cross stitch camp my August thing. So it'll be ready to go August 1st, which is this, I don't know if it's Sunday, sometime soon. Today's the 23rd, 24th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 30th, 31st. So maybe Monday. I don't know, whenever it is. But I'm doing this Ink Circles Rabbit January because the challenge is to do a new to you either fabric or floss. And so these Rabbit charts are charted in Gloriana Silks, but there's also online a conversion chart that Ink Circles did. You can get a free chart with for the borders. Like if you want to do them all in one big chart for all the months, there's a free border that you can download and use, or you can use the border individually on each month. And I don't know that I'm gonna do the borders, but yeah, I want to do these, and I want to do them all in Gloriana Silks, because I'm gonna start this one in silks. I've never used silk before, so it's a new fiber to me. And this particular chart only uses two colors, the white and brown. I think it's Winter White and Acorns is the brown color in Gloriana Silks. So it's a inexpensive way to get started using silks. And I bought the two colors at the attic. These. And I also bought Evergreen, which is another one that's used in the charts. I thought, oh, it's really pretty. But so yes, they're very nice, very lovely, very silky. And so I thought I had fabric chosen for them, but then there was in my little project bag that I had them in, there was no fabric in there, and I don't know if I think that I was going to use the same fabric that I used for the mini spring chart, and it's kind of just a neutral color. But since then, I had purchased a whole bunch of this, let's see, say it right, Murano Carré fabric. It's an Artiste brand at Hobby Lobby, and it's 32 count, and it's by Wire. So, but this is Spa, is the colorway here. And it's 52% cotton, 48% modal, whatever that means. And this is not a particularly big piece of fabric. It's 11.5 by 18, so it's not particularly big. But I decided to do this way, I believe. And so I just marked it's like this. Mark the corner here, because I'm gonna start at the corner because it's a small chart and it's a big piece of fabric. And I think this fabric will work for maybe one or two other charts on there. I haven't looked. I want to check them all, like color wise, to make sure the threads work. But I have all of the different colors that they make of this fabric. They have several colors now, and I just went ahead and got them all. So between all those colors and all of the silks, I'll probably be able to make them work somehow because I decided I want to do them all on this this particular kind of fabric. Just like I said, they have a whole bunch of different colors of this fabric, and so I should be able to make all of them work. You know, and then also with the silks, if I just buy one month at a time or something like that, I can probably easily afford uh, all of them to be in silk. Right now I only have through June, January through June, so I have to check and see if the other months are available now, so I can have them all. But yeah, so that's my plan. That will start August 1st, and hopefully will not take take very long to do it. I still haven't decided about the borders or not. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it until just this minute. So I wanted to take a look at the borders to see. I want to take a look at them again. I think I downloaded them. Yeah, I did. At Print and Loft. So I want to take a look at it and see. I don't know what if it says on there anything about the color for the borders. I'll have to check and see. But anyway, so I'm still thinking about how I want to FFO those things so that I want to be able to change them out every month. So I'm still looking into what my options are as far as finishing is concerned with those, but that's pretty far down the line. Nothing I have to worry about right now. So anyway, so that is my plan for August 1st. And then in the meantime, I have about a week to work on. I want to work on Pumpkin Pile. I still want to do Spring Scamper. I want to do everything. Like I said, I wanted to start those Owl Forest charts. I want to start Winter Gathering chart. I want, just lots of stuff. I'm like, oh. But so August 1st starts the Rabbit, and then you'll see how long that takes, and then I have the rest of the month to work on other things. I don't know. But yeah, I'm my sisters and I were talking about that that this cross stitch camp seems to be giving me motivation for stitching, and it's not that I wasn't motivated before, but I think between the cross stitch camp and things like embroidery.com's summer stitching challenge, and the group that I also post to, One Strand a Night, doing all those things. If you follow me on Facebook and or Instagram, I've been posting my progress on all these different charts, and so having that sort of posting every day kind of thing. This is my progress. This is my progress. I've been just stitching a lot, and finishing several projects. But part of it is that they're very small. But I did finish the Blackrock Angels, all of them. Only one of them was my June cross stitch camp project, but then since I finished it really pretty quickly, and so I just finished the rest of the Blackrock Angels, and so then for July I had the mini spring thing, and that went very quickly, and I have had the rest of this month to do other things, and so I'm sort of stitching, finishing up things that I've had lying around, until August 1st, and then I'll start my next my next cross stitch camp project, and then like I said, I'll have the rest of the month to do whatever, and yeah, so I'm making pretty good headway, all things considered. And hopefully I'll be able to keep that up. And I don't know what ordinarily right around this time I'm starting to think about what I'm going to stitch for people for Christmas or whatever. And I don't know what I'm going to do this year. I haven't got anything in mind necessarily. So we'll see. I might try to, if I do decide to stitch stuff for people for Christmas, try to keep it smaller, smaller projects, because I kind of have a lot of people in my family that I do stuff for. Or I might not stitch anything for other people and try to stitch just for myself. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't have any haul this week. I haven't bought anything, which is good because I bought enough stuff last week and the week before that and the week before that. I still have a lot of things I haven't done, that I've purchased and I haven't done. But yeah, so but I've got a lot of stitching done. So like I said, hopefully I'll find some sort of coordination of all these different things and get some more done in terms of needle minders and scissor fobs, which is the other things I mostly work on besides stitching. Anyway, I think that's about it. So next week, I don't know, next Sunday. Hold on one second. Let me look at my calendar. Hold on. Sorry, that's my phone. So the 31st is next Saturday. So I have another week to go before cross stitch camp's August project starts. Yeah, Sunday is a week from tomorrow. Is August 1st. So I have a whole nother week to work on pumpkin pile, to work on other things, and before I start on Rabbit for August. So yeah, we'll see what I get done this week. Next Saturday. Okay, so that is all I have for this update. I think. Let me think real quick. Yeah, I think that's it. So I will see you next time. Until then, I'm Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and I'll see you next time. Bye.